Hey guys, it's Vanessa with Up and Growing, and we're going to be doing this sweet ruffled macaron. I'm going to start off with my foam clay. I use Bose brand. You can find that on Amazon. I do want to cut these hearts out pretty thick. And then I'm just going to be using a heart cookie cutter. You guys can use any size that you want. And then you don't need any fancy tool to do what I'm about to do. I'm using this little ball tool. You guys can use like a pen cap, anything, and I'm just going to go around my whole heart and I'm going to push that clay down and drag it down to the bottom. If you guys overextend it more than you want, just give it a little tap and push it back in. And now it kind of looks like a bottle cap. Now I'm going to start my second one. Same thing all around. And then for our filling, you guys can go with a bigger size cookie cutter since we are making that heart just a little bit bigger. I like to make mine thicker and then just kind of smush it out. So I'm cutting that pretty thick for my center. I'm removing my clay with another piece of clay. And then here's where I'm just kind of smushing it out to make it just a little bit bigger. I want to make my edges nice and clean. And then depending on how fresh your clay is, you may or may not need super glue. I'm just going to go ahead and use it. And I'm going to attach my filling, add a little bit more glue, and then add the top of my macaron. Just be mindful when you're adding that glue, you don't want it to ooze out the sides. So I'm not really going off to the side. I'm kind of keeping it center. Now I'm going to give a little bit of texture to my filling using the same tool. You guys can use a chippy brush if you want. That's usually what I use for my macarons, but we wanted to do the little romantic Valentine's one. So I'm just giving a little dab. I'm going to kick that one that we just made aside. These two that I'm going to be working with are dry. When you guys dry your macarons, let it sit flat, come back to it the next day, flip it over. So I have these two, they are dry. I'm going to run a skewer with some super glue through that red one. And I'm just cutting it down, and then I'm going to add another piece of that skewer. I want just a little bit more support. I don't want it to rely just on glue. Sorry guys for this video edit. I am sick. And then I'm just going to add a little bit glue to my skewers. Just be sure that your skewers are not longer than the thickness of your bottom cookie, because it will come through the bottom. And then I made this bow using a mold. You can find it on Amazon. And I'm just, the bow is dry, so I am adding some glue. Sorry guys, this edit was a hot mess. I hope I've inspired you guys to make your own Valentine's macarons.